You know, Marco Rubio is not conducting much foreign policy these days, but he has become the guy who disappears foreign students in the United States and even people with green cards, permanent residents, for exercising their First Amendment rights. And today we read in the story in the Washington Post that an internal State Department memo clearly indicates that in the case of a Fulbright student, Ms. Ozturk, that they had no basis at all for claiming she was disrupting U.S. foreign policy or engaging in anti-Semitic activities. And yet, this is the claim that Marco Rubio is making in public. So it turns out that it's a big lie. As has been the case with students who are protesting U.S. foreign policy, U.S. support for the Netanyahu government's actions and conduct in the war in Gaza. This is all about preventing any criticism of the Netanyahu government. That is a violation of people's First Amendment rights. You can agree or disagree with the content, but you can't disappear people for exercising their First Amendment rights. And that's what Rubio is doing. So to Marco Rubio, why don't you stop picking on vulnerable students? And why don't you show up and testify in front of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee? Something you have not done since you were confirmed. Because I'll tell you, I think that the Trump plan to remove 2 million Palestinians from Gaza is despicable. And it's despicable that it's been embraced by the Netanyahu government, including his far-right partners. So if you want to talk about U.S. foreign policy and U.S. foreign policy toward the Netanyahu government, why don't you come to the Foreign Relations Committee and stop picking on students and disappearing them for exercising their First Amendment rights?